Europe Video 6, Slavery in Ancient Rome 17 Shocking Facts Most People Are Not Taught. Number 1. Did you know democracy, philosophy, and slavery existed side by side in ancient Greece?
Ancient Greece gave the world influential ideas about democracy, philosophy, truth, and justice. Socrates, Plato, Aristotle, and other thinkers asked profound questions about how people and governments should live. Yet slavery remained deeply embedded in several Greek societies. It is a striking reminder that great intellectual and political achievements do not automatically produce freedom or equality for everyone.
Number 2. Did you know ancient Greek slavery was not based on the racial system that later developed in the Atlantic world?
Enslaved people in ancient Greece came from many different peoples and regions. Warfare and kidnapping could result in people being captured and sold, while birth, debt, poverty, and other circumstances could also lead to bondage or forms of servitude. In the ancient world, losing a war, being born into the wrong circumstances, or falling deeply into debt could sometimes mean losing your freedom.
Number 3. Did you know some Greek slaves worked inside family homes?
Enslaved people could care for children, perform household work, practice skilled crafts, farm, or perform other labor. Their experiences varied enormously.
Number 4. Did you know some ancient slaves were worked to death in mines?
Mining could be among the harshest forms of ancient slave labor. Dangerous underground conditions and exhausting work could produce terribly short lives.
Number 5. Did you know Rome turned military conquest into a massive source of slaves and eventually became heavily dependent upon their labor?
Victorious Roman armies could return from campaigns with enormous numbers of captives, including men, women, children, and sometimes entire families. As Rome expanded, enslaved people became deeply woven into its economy and daily life, working in households, agriculture, workshops, mines, construction, entertainment, and many other occupations. Rome's military success helped supply its slave system, while its growing economy created an enormous demand for enslaved labor.
Number 6. Did you know some Roman slaves were highly educated?
Enslaved people were not confined to physical labor. Some served as teachers, scribes, accountants, physicians, craftsmen, or administrators.
Number 7. Did you know children could be enslaved?
War did not distinguish neatly between soldiers and families. Conquered populations could include women and children who were marched away from their homes and sold.
Number 8. Did you know the life of a Roman gladiator could be brutal, terrifying, and deadly, not glamorous?
Some gladiators volunteered, but many were enslaved people, prisoners of war, or condemned criminals who had little or no choice about entering the arena. They endured harsh training, physical punishment, serious wounds, and the constant possibility of death while crowds watched their suffering as entertainment. Surviving could bring fame or even eventual freedom for a few, but that should not disguise the reality. For many gladiators, the arena was not an adventure. It was violence, exploitation, and a fight to stay alive.
Number 9. Did you know enslaved women and girls could be sexually exploited?
Some were forced into prostitution or subjected to sexual exploitation by people who controlled them. Their lack of freedom made meaningful consent impossible.
Number 10. Did you know some Roman slaves eventually became free?
Manumission was a real feature of Roman society. Some enslaved people were freed by owners or acquired freedom through other means, although the possibility of future freedom did not make their previous enslavement voluntary.
Number 11. Did you know former slaves could sometimes become Roman citizens?
Roman slavery differed substantially from later American racial slavery. Some freed people entered Roman civic and economic life, and their descendants could rise much farther.
Number 12. Did you know Rome experienced enormous slave rebellions?
Enslaved people sometimes resisted individually, escaped, or rebelled collectively. The most famous uprising would become associated with a name remembered more than 2,000 years later.
Number 13. Did you know Spartacus was an enslaved gladiator?
Spartacus helped lead a massive uprising against Rome beginning in 73 BC. Tens of thousands eventually joined the rebellion before Roman armies crushed it.
Number 14. Did you know thousands of defeated rebels were crucified after the Spartacus revolt?
Rome responded brutally. Ancient sources describe thousands of captured rebels being crucified along the Appian Way as a warning against future rebellion.
Number 15. Did you know slavery survived Rome's transition from republic to empire?
Political systems changed. Emperors replaced republican government. But slavery remained deeply embedded in Roman economic and social life.
Number 16. Did you know Christianity emerged inside a Roman world where slavery was commonplace?
The earliest Christians lived within a society where slavery already existed. Over the centuries, Christian arguments about human equality, dignity, bondage, and freedom would become part of Europe's long and complicated struggle over slavery.
Number 17. Did you know one of history's most advanced civilizations could still accept human beings as property?
Rome built roads, aqueducts, cities, and systems of law that still influence us. It also depended heavily upon people whose freedom had been taken. A civilization's accomplishments do not erase its injustices.
Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe for more history. Most are never taught. And remember, as said by George Santana, those who cannot remember the past are condemned to repeat it. There are many more videos coming about the history of slavery around the world and on every inhabited continent. There are also many more videos on the history of North America and the United States of America. For students who want a deeper understanding, the book includes questions for reflection and questions for further research at the end of most chapters.